So I haven't made a video about this. This is the GT18 with a 25 horse carburetor, and basically what we had to have done is we had to have a custom adapter plate made for the stock B48M Onan manifold, and we also had to install an electric fuel pump, and we just wired it into the key switch, so as soon as you turn the key on, it starts pumping fuel. So I didn't have to hack my dash all up. Oh shit. Yeah, but I didn't have to hack my dash all up or anything like that, so that's good. I had to fab up my throttle cable a little bit. As you can see, we got the carburetor apart right now because, well, set my drink down here and I'll show you. Just kind of hanging here. But, yeah, it's great. I kept having float sticking issues, and come to the conclusion that I think we sucked some shit in from the tank because it's really low on gas right now. So, not to mention I also have a bad O-ring, so tomorrow what I gotta do is I gotta get some more gas for this, get the O-ring, and a fuel filter, so that way I can stop all the shit. So I can stop all the shit from coming in. So that's basically what's happening here. Set this right here. I got her charging up because battery died from sitting so long. And yeah, big shout out to my dad's cousin for letting us use this nice heated shop. I'm in a sweatshirt and I'm actually getting a little too warm, so. Alright guys, it's about 7:30 at night, and there's nothing really much we can do right now. So tomorrow, we're going to get the parts we need and go from there. Unfortunately, when we were swapping this over, somehow or another we broke the fuel pump, or not the fuel pump, sorry, the fuel filter. We broke it. Don't ask me how, it just happened. My dad was routing the fuel line for this and he broke the fuel filter, so, but that's okay, fuel filters are super cheap. I'm just gonna go to one of the auto parts stores and pick one up. Also, someone in the past had stripped the bolts out on this carburetor, so we gotta get new bolts. So, but that's what happens when you get a project like this. But, I'm going to insert a clip I took a few days ago of this thing running, and tell you what guys, she runs good. When I took that video, it had been a couple days since it had been started. I didn't even have to choke it or anything like that. Which another point I'm going to make is the choke has been removed on this carburetor for performance enhancing, because this originally was on a 25 horse carburetor, 25 horse Kohler carburetor that came off a V-twin Kohler Command. So yeah, this was off of a pulling motor that my grandpa had. So this is probably going to be a conversion I do again on my SS16 when I rebuild the motor. I got a 20 horse carburetor laying around that I'm going to throw on there, so that's pretty much it. Do the same thing. But like I said, I got to clean it. As you can see, it's nice and full of dirt. All that. So is that and that. Probably shorten up this fuel line that's going from the fuel filter or fuel pump to the carburetor. Put a fuel filter in, get the new bolts, and go from there. So I'll get back to you guys tomorrow. Holy shit.
He might just has to.
Alrighty guys, well, it's the next day, And as you can see, she's all back together and running. So I'll go over the list of the things we've done today. So first things first, obviously, is a carburetor clean. The O-ring, we just left it alone. It's fine. Doesn't seem to be affecting the way it runs. We did some modifications here to my fuel line. As you can see, we now added in a 90-degree elbow to kind of keep this fuel line down here, so I'll be able to close my hood. Added in a fuel filter. Replaced my fuel line. And that's pretty much it. Also confirmed that it does not charge, which is a bummer, but that's alright. This tractor is going to be getting restored sometime this year. That's fantastic. This tractor is going to be getting restored sometime this year, so when I probably retire it apart, I'm going to go ahead and probably just freshen up this motor a little bit, put a new voltage regulator in, put a new stator in, and go from there. So we'll go ahead and start her up real quick for you guys. Yeah, as you can see, it runs pretty good now. That's probably the best this motor's ran in a long, long time. So, yep, that is an 18 horsepower B48M Onan motor with a 25 horsepower Kohler Command V-twin carburetor on it. Realistically, I probably should have went with like a 20 because it does load up a little bit on idle. Just a little too much fuel. But, most of the time, this will probably run half throttle to about the normal wide open for Onan, because right about here is where you want to run, because if you run it all the way open, she's over revving a little bit, just for the sake of the fact that I have a big carburetor on here. So I'll probably only run it wide open like this for when I pull it this year at the Dover Steam Show. So hoping to get a video of that. But yeah, she's running a lot better. A lot better. There's still a couple little things I need to do to the engine. Like, I got an oil leak coming from somewhere, I can't remember. But I got an oil leak. I'm probably going to do the head gaskets and stuff like that. And like I said, just freshen the motor up a little bit. So things left to do on this carburetor is make an air intake for it. And that's pretty much it. And for PA Plow Day, I'm going to throw on the cover, and she should be ready for Pennsylvania Plow Day. Won't be able to night plow with this since it's not charging the battery, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but that's okay. I plan on taking the ST16 and the 19.9, so those two I know for a fact charge. I've already confirmed it, but I threw the test light on today and it's not charging, so it's whatever. It's an old tractor, so just gotta replace parts as you go. But we got the motor running good, we got the carburetor situation figured out, we got the valve situation figured out, so the valves are all adjusted and everything. It's still a little noisy, so I think eventually I'm just gonna redo this whole valve train, but yeah, that's pretty much it. This is an upgrade I definitely recommend people do to their B48M or any Onan that's giving them carburetor problems. Just put one of these Kohler carburetors on there and she'll run. Like I said before in last night's clip, I had a custom adapter plate made for the stock B48M manifold, and she goes on there pretty good. No leaks, no bullshit, and yeah. Also installed, like I said before in last night's clip, the electric fuel pump. This is a 1 to 3 pound pump, and this little elbow here just kind of keeps everything a little more organized. It still looks a little busy, but that's okay. You won't be able to see it anyway when the hood's closed. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.